Countless champions have been crowned throughout the history of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! But what about the underdogs, the dark horses, the decks that upon first glance make you question everything you thought you knew about the game? In this series, both MBT and myself will be showcasing some of Yu-Gi-Oh's wackiest unsung heroes. Each episode will feature new decks, new strategies, and the results will be unpredictable. You've seen the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! But this is the history of Jank. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CIMOOOOO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
I am so excited to play this archetype. I've been a fan of Morphtronic since Leah showed me their untapped potential on playoffs with Morphtronic map, but like many GX archetypes, they suck ass. These monsters are really good at one thing, summoning Power Tool Dragon. Now this got them a lot of hype on release. Power Tool Dragon is an exceptionally powerful card, and with cards like United We Stand and Megamorph in the format, it seemed like an easy fit into the metagame. Unfortunately, it wasn't. It turns out that the existing decks, things like Lightsworn, were just too fast, and other decks like Blackwing could make 7s much more easily than Morphtronic ever could. As a result, this deck never took off, but that didn't stop a ton of people from brewing it, and one of those brews is what we are playing today. This is functionally just Power Tool Dragon Turbo. The idea is many of your monsters, including Scopin and NE4, allow you to make Power Tool Dragon from almost nothing, and from that position, you can get stuff like Double Tool C and D in order to make a monster that's very difficult for your opponent to remove. Add to that a suite of really powerful swarming monsters. Selphon specifically is functionally just an Adamancipator printed before 2010, and you've got a stew going, but unfortunately not all stews are particularly tasty. Let's look at the individual cards. We've got Cyber Dragon, so our opponent can Chimera Tech us, I suppose. 2 copies of Morphtronic Borden. This allows your Morphtronics to attack directly, which is great for a single push enabled by something like a limiter removal. It's also kind of a dupe lock if you can get 2 of them in defense position, but good luck with that. Triple Morphtronic Boomboxin. This card can attack twice during each battle phase. There's a ton of scenarios in which you can use this to facilitate an OTK, because another card in your deck, Morphtronic Radion, gives all your Morphtronics 800 attack. This includes himself, so he starts at 18 and makes Boomboxin at 2000. Morphtronic Remoten is bad. It's not particularly strong. It's good after you've already set up, or if you get it into defense position, but those are 2 pretty remote possibilities. Scopin is the glue that holds this deck together, a 3-star tuner which allows you to special summon a Morphtronic from your hand and destroy it during the end phase, but I'll just tell you right now, you're never getting there. It's always just material for Power Tool. Slingin is a removal spell, and Sangan searches the entire deck. Finally, I want to take a second to specifically talk about Selphon, a card that could have been printed in 2020 randomly in this archetype from the early aughts. While in attack position, you can roll a 6-sided die, reveal cards from the top of your deck, and then special summon a level 4 or lower Morphtronic from among the cards you reveal, ignoring its summoning conditions. This means that you can potentially go Selphon into Selphon into Selphon if you are lucky enough. For the spells, we've got Brain Control, Triple Double Tool C and D. This is a really powerful equip card. It can only be equipped to a level 4 or higher Morphtronic or a Power Tool Dragon. During your turn, it gains 1000 attack, and it's kind of Armades. It negates the effects of the attack target that activate and apply on the field during the battle phase only. Very strange card. And then during your opponent's turn, they have to be attacking that monster, and your monster becomes a Cataster. We've got a copy of Heavy Storm, Triple Junk Box. This is Reborn, but it destroys the monster during the end phase. Limiter Removal, Megamorph, Mind Control, Morphtronic Accelerator, a really good removal spell. Returns a Morphtronic from your hand to the deck, and then picks a card on the field, pops it, and draws you one. 1-for-1, United We Stand, Call of the Haunted, Solemn Judgment, and Triple Threatening Roar. This card is kind of underexplored in these old formats, but really does a lot, especially for archetypes like this that can pop off if they land one monster on the field. In the extra, we've got a Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, an Ancient Fairy, an Ancient Sacred Wyvern we can actually make because Scopin is a light, Armory Arm, Black Rose, Goyo, Iron Chain, Magical Android, Triple Power Tool, Red Dragon Archfiend, Stardust, Thought Ruler Archfiend, and X-Saber Urbellum. A ton of 7s. So with that, let's jump into the games.
Well, fresh out of the Jank tank, you think I'd want to play a strategy that is going to give me the best best chances of staying out of the tank, but yet here we are playing another Copium Gigavise strategy, but I guess it's not playing Super Alloy Beast Raptinus like in the previous time we did this, so I guess we have a better shot than last time. So introducing actual Gigavise. Last time was some sort of weird Gigaplant OTK deck that was never going to work. This is actually resembling a real deck. We're playing some real cards in here, and also the release of Supervise helps us tremendously. When you read this card is incredible because it actually solves all of the problems of Gemini monsters in a single equip spell. Equip only to a Gemini monster, it becomes an effect monster, so it gains its effects, and if this face-up card is sent from the field to the graveyard, target a normal monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So not only if you get Gigaplant on the field are you able to activate Supervise to make Gigaplant start special summoning plants, you then can get the Gigaplant back if it dies, because Supervise is also hitting the graveyard, so it's Monster Reborn, which means on the following turn you are able to just Gemini summon and get it back in that state. So just an incredible card all around. Geminis just should have gotten this printed immediately upon release, but I guess Konami wanted to get people to buy their later set. So that's what we're doing today. I mean, this deck just looks like a ton of fun, and I can't wait to see how it goes. So let's do the card by card. First up, we have Copy Plant. This is a fantastic tuner because we can target a plant monster we control and make this card's level become that level, allowing us to go into some synchro plays. So if we target a 4, this becomes a 4, and we can go into an 8. Obviously, it does have to be a plant, though. We have one Sidra. Triple Diva. Diva is actually a good Yu-Gi-Oh card, but is a tuner, and we have a lot of cards in this deck that allow us to either revive monsters or take control of monsters, and so we want to have access to a lot of tuners so we can use our extra deck to its full potential. We have 3 copies of Gigaplant, the heart and soul of the deck, obviously with the Supervise, 1 copy of Gores because it's a good Yu-Gi-Oh card, 2 Lone Fire to get us into our Gigaplant. We have 3 Mystic Tomato because, fun fact, this is a plant, not a fiend, Joseph. We have 1 copy of Nettles. This card isn't that great, but like it's a plant tuner, so it's fine. Plague Spreader's another tuner, probably one of the best ones there is, and then Sangan rounding out our monsters. For the spells, Brain Control, we have 1 different dimension reincarnation because we do banish some of our cards in this deck, and being able to get them back for extended plays is pretty nice. Double Foolish Burial, don't know how this card isn't limited yet. 1 Giant Trunade Heavy Storm, 2 Hidden Armory to actually get our Supervise directly from the deck. It's a very strange card though because you have to mill the top card before you actually add it, and you can't normal summon or set the turn you activate this card. So you need to find yourself in a situation where you already have Gigaplant and Grave. You have to Swing of Memories it back, then equip it with Supervise, and you're off to the races. But, you know, we're just trying to get to Supervise, I guess. Then we have 3 copies of Mark of the Rose. This card's literally just Snatch Steal. You banish a plant from your grave, target a face-up monster your opponent controls, equip this card to it. Take control of it, but once per turn during your end phase, negate this card's effect until your next standby phase. So it's not completely Snatch Steal because your opponent regains control of the monster, and if they don't do anything with it, you'll get it back on your next turn. However, we're most likely not going to let them get that monster back. We can use it to either tribute for Gigaplant, or we can sync off with any of our tuners to go into our Synchro extra deck. Mind Control, MSC, triple Supervise, double Swing of Memories, which is Reborn only for Gigaplant, but honestly, that's good enough. And then for the traps, Call the Haunted, triple Threatening Roar, and Torrential Tribute. Threatening Roar is pretty nice in this deck because we're trying to establish big guys, and also sometimes we just want to Gemini summon Gigaplant hard, and so if we're able to do that, Threatening Roar will help us. Then for the extra, we have 1 Geyserus. This deck is siding Bestiary, which I find hysterical, so I guess, you know, if you're playing Glads, you can just have this in here. We have 2 Black Brute Drago, which I have never seen this card before prior to filming this episode. It requires a tuner and a non-tuner Gemini, so the only way we can actually summon this is using Gigaplant and any of our level 2 tuners, because it is a level 8. Once per turn, you can send a Gemini monster from your hand to the grave to select and destroy 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls. So I guess like that first part is like okay, but the second part is where this card isn't terrible. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can select a Gemini monster in your grave, special summon it. The special summon Gemini monster is treated as an effect and gains its effect. So if this card is destroyed and not like bounced or anything, you just get to bring back Gigaplant with its effect. And then if you have like Nettles in grave, you can revive it and you can make this thing again. So there is some neat interactions with this card. And as far as Gemini support goes, this card is not too bad. Then we have the typical offenders: Black Rose, Colossal Fighter, Gaia Knight, Goyo. We have Magical Android, triple Power Tool Dragon. This is a card we haven't really seen too much of, but we are playing a slew of equipped spells, including Mark of the Rose, Supervise, and even the DDR as well. So being able to go for this just to get a Snatch Steal to our hand seems pretty good. Red Dragon Archfiend, double Stardust, and a Thought Ruler Archfiend. The side deck, we have the aforementioned Bestiary, triple Kaiku, double Legendary Jujutsu Master, 2 Noblemen of Extermination, double Dust Tornado, triple Light Imprisoning Mirror, and 2 Malevolent Catastrophe. Obviously, we'll side any of these in if we think that they're necessary, but this is obviously more tailored to the higher tier metagame than Morphtronic specifically. So, guys, I can't wait to see how this one's going to play out. It's going to be fun seeing how this deck fares against Morphtronic because, man, I mean, when it comes to Jank, anything is possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. Buddy, I know you have been dying to play Morphtronics for the last, like, 3 weeks, especially compared to some of the other decks we've been playing. Like, this is going to feel like a breath of fresh air for you.
Well, now I'm literally dying because it's freezing in this tank top. It's the middle of March. It's 10 degrees where I am, and I am ready to clap you up with the quickness so that I can get back into my hoodie.
I mean, in all fairness, if this is going to go anything like the last time I tried to play a Gigaplant deck, then, yeah, this is going to be a very quick 2-0 to you.
You've got a bad Gigaplant win rate. It's somewhere in the zeros.
But I now have Supervise on my side
True.
to aid me to defeat the Morphtronic menace.
That is true.
Let's go ahead and see what happens. I will shout out the patron. It is MBT, I installed your Windows. That one's just plain creepy, in all honesty.
That's one of my people, too. I think they're MBTI lick your windows, but after I told them that was gross, they changed it.
Oh, excellent. All right. Well, you know, I guess it went from gross to creepy. But in any case, thank you for the support. Buddy, got the hand up?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go with even.
It is even. I did 2 for the number of modes each Morphtronic has.
Honestly, I don't know why I picked even. I just thought you might pick even. So that
Sure.
was my reason.
Great. Well, it worked.
All right. Excellent. I get to go first for all the good it'll do me. I guess it will do me some good. I'm playing Gigawise after all, but we'll see. All right. Good luck, buddy. Okay. This is pretty decent. We'll draw. I'll go to main 1. I'll set 1, and that's it. Thrilling gameplay.
Okay, I'm going to begin with Morphtronic Accelerator.
Okay.
I'm going to return a Morphtronic Remoten from my hand to the top of my deck, and I'll shuffle it, and I will destroy your monster, then draw a card.
That's insane. There goes my Mystic Tomato.
Woo!
All right.
That's a nice one, buddy. I don't want to overcommit. I'm just going to set 1 and pass.
All right. In that case, we'll draw. I'll go to main 1. I'll run out Sangan.
Fine, sure.
I should have set this if I knew you were going to do that. I'll hit you for 1,000.
Yep.
And I'll just pass. Go ahead, buddy.
All right. I'm just going to set 1 and pass. Sangan, man. It's such a good attacker.
It is. We'll go to main 1. I guess I'll give it a shot. I'll sack Sangan for Gigaplant.
There he is. Okay.
We'll trigger Sangan here. Don't know what I'm getting, but, you know, I get a search, so that's cool. I guess I'll grab myself a Lone Fire Blossom.
I mean, that seems really good.
Yeah, I don't exactly know where I'm going with this, but I don't really have like any huge combo here or anything, but yeah, it's fine. All right, we'll hit with Gigaplant.
Okay, so this is Morphtronic Scopen. So we'll go to the grave.
Okay, all right. Does this do anything? It doesn't look like it.
Nope.
Over to you, buddy. This is going well.
It's going well indeed. I'll go to main.
This is a much different experience than our last few episodes of Jank. I feel like we'd already been done with 3 games in our last 3 episodes by this point.
I'm going to normal summon Morphtronic Borden.
Okay.
All right, so this card is, I think, a skateboard or something. I literally do not know. I'm going to activate Junk Box.
Okay. So this card lets you special summon a level 4 Morphtronic from your grave. All right. Or lower, excuse me.
I'm going to grab Scopen. So
Okay.
while Scopen is in defense position, it is level 4.
All right.
So I'm going to sink the level 4 Morphtronic Scopen and the level 3 Morphtronic Borden into Power Tool Dragon.
Okay. I guess we do have 2 Power Tool decks, which is kind of neat. So let's see what we're getting here.
I'm going to trigger the effect of Power Tool Dragon. I'm going to reveal a copy of Power Tool C&D, United We Stand, and Megamorph. I am going to equip Double Tool C&D to Power Tool Dragon.
Okay. So what does this card do?
So this card's crazy. Can only be equipped to a Power Tool Dragon or a level 4 or higher Morphtronic, and while equipped, it gains 1,000 attack. If it attacks, it negates the effects of any attack target that activates or applies during the battle phase while they are on the field. So something like a Catastor, for instance, can't get over this card if my monster attacks into it. Yeah, it's not fantastic. You know, it's not Armades exactly. So right now my guy's at 33. And then during your turn, you can't select anything but this monster as an attack target. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put another one on my Power Tool
Oh my
Dragon.
god. So he's 4,300. 43 during your turn, I should say. He's 23 during mine.
He is a little higher than 23 because I'll actually also activate United We Stand.
Oh my god. Okay, so now he is currently 43, 51.
Right.
But he'll go to 31 during my turn.
Can I kill you here? I'm pretty close. No, we're just going to go to combat. I will attack your monster.
Okay, so 51 into 24. So I'm going to take 27.
Yes. And then back to you.
All right. This is going well. I'll draw. All right. I will start my turn by activating Mark of the Rose. I'm going to banish Mystic Tomato and target your Power Tool Dragon to snatch steal it.
Sure.
Now, unfortunately, the double tool C&D doesn't apply the damage on my turn because it's your equipped spell. That would be pretty sick. I will normal summon Copy Plant. I'm going to sync off your Power Tool and my Copy Plant. Get rid of all those equipped spells. I can go into an 8 here. There's one 8 in particular I would really like to go into, but unfortunately, it does not meet the requirements based off of what I synchroed. I think I'm probably just going to go for Stardust here. I think that's just the safe play. Now, can I kill you is the question. I am unfortunately just a bit short. I'm just going to go to battle and hit with Stardust. Okay. And back to you, buddy.
Stand by me.
Sure.
Barf. Back to you.
Now I should be able to kill you. So let's give it a shot. I will run out Lone Fire. I will activate Lone Fire.
That's fine.
I will summon from my deck a copy of Gigaplant.
Also fine.
I will activate Swing of Memories targeting Gigaplant.
Also fine.
I will proceed to combat.
Threatening Roar.
I'm not killing you this time. All right. Second main. Where's my Photon Strike Bouncer when I need him?
True.
I will just set one. I will go to end phase. This Gigaplant will die. Go ahead.
Stand by me. I'm going to normal summon Morphtronic Boomboxin.
He's booming. Yeah.
I'm going to activate Call of the Haunted.
That was the set. What are you targeting?
You know, I really want Power Tool, but I only have 2 equips left in the deck.
Excellent.
So we will be going for Scopin instead.
Gonna go for Scopin. You can make him a 4. That lets you potentially make another big guy. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, I can't make him a 4 because Call of the Haunted is a poopy card. But I can't go for
I think that's what a lot of people feel about Call of the Haunted.
I can't go for a 7 here. I will just go into a defense position Ancient Fairy Dragon here.
Oh, good. We're just walling up here, aren't we?
You just get to walk all over me with Gigaplants. But what choice do I have? All right, I'll pass back to you.
Okay. We'll draw. We'll go to main 1. You've got no back row. I will banish Copy Plant and activate a second Mark of the Rose.
Yeah, you got it, buddy. Oh my gosh. Why do you get to play 4 Snatch Steal? What's going on, buddy?
You know, I guess from playing Prague, as long as I have, Snatch Steal is eternally bonded to my soul in many different forms.
All right, well, hopefully this time I can make something else happen. I don't know about that. This is a strange hand.
If you looked at my hand right now, you wouldn't think that I was playing the deck that I'm playing.
I am going to normal summon Morphtronic Remoten.
Okay.
Set 1 and pass turn.
So this guy doesn't really do a whole lot. Conspicuously just throwing this card out here leads me to believe that you have something planned. The question is, do I want to take the bait? I'm going to throw out Sidra.
Oh, come on. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, I'll brain control your remote.
Whoa, don't do that. That's fine.
Thank you, and thank you for giving me a tuner. So I'll sync these 2 off.
Yeah, sure.
I guess I'll just go Stardust again. It's just like the safe play. I'll hit for 25.
That's fine.
Second main, I'll set 1, and I'll throw 2.
Well, shit. Go ahead.
Draw. Let's bring out your favorite little critter.
Love him.
25.
It is my little critter.
All right, what are you getting?
I'm going to grab a card that I think is epically poggers. Morphtronic Selphon.
And then we'll hit you for 1,000.
That's fine.
And over to you.
I am going to normal summon Selphon.
Okay, we haven't seen this guy yet.
I'll activate the effect.
All right, so you get to roll a 6-sided die, reveal cards from the top of your deck equal to the roll, and special summon a level 4 lower Morphtronic, meaning ignoring the summoning conditions. That's pretty hype. Yeah, go for it.
2 whole cards. Oh, that's all I needed.
No!
That's all I needed. All right, and guess what?
You can do it again.
Not a once per turn. Let's fire that bad boy again.
One.
Oh, if you
don't
insist.
tell me this is how I'm gonna lose this.
If you
don't tell me
insist.
whiff.
No, never whiffing
Oh my
this.
god.
Oh!
Oh no, you got another one.
Oh my god, wait, do I even hit that one? It's too... okay, hold up. Boomboxing. Oh, man. Oh my good god.
Just roll another 6, buddy.
I think I have to go for the Self-On. It's just too fucking funny is the issue. And importantly, I haven't found a tuner yet. You know, at some point you're supposed to find a tuner.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Let's make it happen.
No response. Go for it.
Okay, 2.
Okay.
That's less
Okay.
good. Oh, there's the tuner!
Oh my god, come on.
Oh my god. Okay.
This is like 2009 Adamancipator we're playing right now.
It actually is. It legitimately is. Oh my god, do I even want to do anything with this? Ugh. All right, we're just going to go Scopin, Self-On into Goyo here.
Ooh, okay.
We'll just go to combat. I'll attack your Stardust.
Got a threatening roar.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Now I have to deal with Goyo. That's not fun. Main 1. Probably need to find a way to deal with Goyo that doesn't lose to Threatening Roar, because, like, you haven't had a reason to Threatening Roar up until now. It can also just not be Threatening Roar. Like, I could just have you on that, and I'm completely wrong. This is going to help my decision making. I'm going to True Nade.
Sure, it is Threatening Roar.
Okay, so we are using it. So now I know for a fact I can't attack. I think you were dead if that wasn't Threatening Roar.
Yeah.
This is actually quite bad. I think I need to try to do this, but I don't know what the end result is going to be. So I'm going to normal summon Diva.
Okay.
I'm going to special summon Diva.
Yes.
I'm going to sync Diva and Sangan for a magical android.
Still with you.
Going to trigger the Sangan.
Yep.
I'm going to add Lone Fire.
Seems good.
Okay, then I'm going to sync Android and Diva for my own power tool.
Oh, okay. I'm still with you.
So I'm going to use power tool. I'm going to reveal Mark of the Rose, Mark of the Rose, and Mark of the Rose.
Seems good.
Yeah. So one of those will be randomly added to my hand. You can go ahead and take a guess which one that's going to be. I guess I'll put this power tool in defense. There's no point to put it in attack.
Right.
And then I will also, I guess, throw Stardust to defense in that same light, and I will pass it to you.
Okay. I think I might have it. Stand by main.
Yep.
First things first, let's Self-On!
Here we go again.
Let's get that 6, baby. Oh,
The
5. If you
5.
insist, buddy. I'll take the 5. You got it. Maybe I don't got it. TCG. There we go. Oh!
There we go. 2 hits. Oh, 3 hits. Sorry.
These are so good. Okay, I think I'm gonna take Radion, and then we'll just put the rest back. It's gonna get a lot worse. I'm not gonna bother shuffling. BrainCon, your power tool.
Gross. Yep.
We'll just go ahead and trigger that effect.
Yeah, this isn't on summon. This is a once per turn effect.
We're gonna go United. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have too many life points. No, I'll pick Megamorph and also double tool C&D. Okay.
Okay.
What are we getting? We got the double tool. Okay, so that is the least horrifying one for you.
Good. I was gonna say United we stand on this board. It is pretty scary.
Now I have to see if you're dead.
I'm on 7,200. It's a pretty good chance that I'm dead here.
I think you are. I'm gonna normal Boomboxin.
Okay, yeah, if I wasn't dead before.
And if you weren't dead before, I also have limiter removal.
Oh, excellent. All right, perfect.
We'll just load
and
up
Power
everybody.
Tool Dragon is also a machine. Fantastic. All right, game 3. Here we go. So many monsters. I was trying so hard to find a way to out that fucking Goyo, and I'm just like, it's not happening. So I had a window, so Threatening Roar saved you. Man,
Threatening
that was
Roar, by the way, I think the last couple of episodes have shown this is a criminally underexplored card.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just the fact that you just get so much value if your monsters stick for another turn, insane. But hopefully we don't let game 2 repeat itself here in game 3. But looking at this hand, not feeling too confident. All right, buddy. Best of luck. I'll go to main 1. I will set. And I'm going to set 2 back row. And I'm going to throw it to you.
Okay. I'm going to activate Accelerator here.
Yep.
I'm going to put Boomboxin back on top of my deck. And I think that you've probably learned from your mistakes. So I'm going to go for this back row.
Ooh, I was really hoping that you weren't going to hit that. It was Malevolent Catastrophe.
Fuck off. You are not playing this card.
I was hoping you were going to take a power tool with all these equips, and I was just going to blow you the fuck out with this card. But yeah, no.
All right,
didn't happen.
well, whatever. I'm going to normal summon Morphtronic Boomboxin. I'm going to activate Double Tool C&D. So it's a 22. I'll go to combat.
On attack deck, I'm going to MST the power tool C&D.
Sure.
Because, you fool, I have not learned from my past mistakes.
Well, you know, I guess I'm the fucking idiot. Oh, my God.
So we will grab, this thing can attack twice, right? And it's 1200
yeah.
attack. Okay, so I can just get a tomato to withstand it. I could just get Sangan if I want to do that. I kind of like that. You still have 3 in hand, though, so I'm not super enthused. It's only darks, so I can't get Lone Fire. That'd be pretty lit. Yeah, I'll grab the tomato.
Well, big surprise, I'm not redeclaring. Back to you.
All right, sure. We'll draw. Go to main 1. That's neat. Holy shit, that's actually insane. Yeah, fuck it. Mind control the Boomboxin.
Uh-oh, yeah?
I'm going to normal summon Copy Plant.
Shit. Yup.
I'm going to copy the Mystic Tomato to make Copy Plant a 4.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to sync these 2 away. You know, Stardust just has not really been working out for me. I kind of want to make something else, but there isn't like a fantastic 8 that isn't Stardust. Like Thought Ruler's okay, but you also have Brain Control. So it's like, do I want to risk getting Brain Controlled / Mind Controlled, or do I want to risk getting Board Wiped? Like, what's scarier? I'm going to go Stardust. I do have a tomato to protect, so I think that's slightly more value there. Let's hit for 39. And second main, that's all I got. Go ahead.
All right, Scopin.
Sure.
Scope and effect, I'll summon Slingin.
Okay.
You know where this is going.
Yep, seen this before.
Or have you? We'll just go Power Tool Dragon. We'll go C&D, United we stand.
Okay. Already have the Megamorph in hand? Or do you not even care
want the
about
Megamorph.
Yeah.
We'll go C&D here. I'll go to combat. We'll attack the Stardust.
Okay, so that's 33, so I take 8 from this.
Second main, I'll set a card. Back to you.
Oh, great. Threatening Roar, my favorite. All right, I'll draw. Yuck. How am I going to deal with this thing? Okay, so Power Tool is back to a 23, correct?
That's correct.
And even if I kill your Power Tool, my monster will die. Also, because you have C&D, if you attack Tomato, I don't get the Tomato effect.
Don't
or actually,
think that's true.
Do I?
It's
more like an Armada. It's not negating everything in damage step.
So, for those of you who are unfamiliar, the damage step has a ton of additional steps. End of the damage step happens after damage calculation.
Well, this also says that activate or apply on the field. Tomato applies in grave anyway.
Oh, if you're talking about the first effect, yeah, you'll still get Tomato.
But that's assuming you don't have a way to kill it otherwise. My hand is slightly awkward, but I think I'm just going to turn Tomato sideways and hope to God I don't die.
All right, stand by main. I'll go for it again.
Yep.
All right, let's go. United, C&D, Megamorph.
Okay, so Megamorph is still in deck.
Well, fuck me.
Uh-oh.
I am going to Megamorph my Power Tool.
Okay, so this is original attack, we've learned. So your Power Tool is now 5,600 this turn.
Yes.
I was going to put that in the chat.
I don't think you're going to need it there for long, buddy. Brain Con your Tomato.
Oh, God. You got him.
Damage step.
Limiter. Fucking removal. Fuck off!
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
I had Gores, too. I'm so mad.
It had to be a one-shot.
It had to be a one-shot. I'm like, there's no way he one-shots me. And I guess I've been proven wrong. Oh, my God. I was too afraid. So I had a Gigaplant that I could have just summoned to just kill Power Tool. But honestly, I was afraid that it was just Threatening Roar and then I was just dead next turn. I guess I should have maybe in that position because no, I mean, you had to have exactly all of these cards to like win this. So no, there's no way that was correct.
Like it had to be. If I get the second double tool, he goes to 43. That still does it. I have to have limiter. I have to have like a way to out the tomato and a limiter, which is like
which is two very specific cards.
I think
it's not
limiter is
impossible,
limited at this point. Like it's pretty unlikely.
So let me think. So if it was threatening, you kill Gigaplant, and then like I could bring it back for a turn later, which is like whatever. You kill it on the following turn. If you have a way to attack me again, I can gorge you. I would get maybe another draw. That fucking wouldn't have helped. Yeah, okay. So maybe I was losing this anyway. But
oh, man.
Wow, that was sick though. That was fucking sick. I mean, this Morphtronic deck rocks.
I can't believe
so
that
awesome.
Worked. This is such a PP deck. When the Morphtronics were first released, I think it's like in the middle of 2009, early 2010, when the format is mostly Lightsworn, Blackwing, etc. This deck was not poised to make much of a splash, right?
No.
But it is, as we saw in these games, like really, really good through use of Scopin and Remotin. It's really good at making exactly Power Tool Dragon, like over and over again.
Yes.
They have a bunch of reanimation spells like Junk Box and cards like Scopin that get a guy out until the end of turn, meaning that you have to start syncing with them. And Power Tool itself is a pretty sick card. We don't have Premature, I think, because of its interaction with Power Tool. But United We Stand is good. Megamorph is good. C&D is actually pretty strong as well. And the lineup of, like, second best Morphtronics is not even the worst. Borden is sort of a dupe lock. Radion starts at 18 and, like, pumps the whole team. And, of course, Selphon is just an Adamancipator. I didn't get to show off Sling End that much this game, but this is, like, for control games, a really effective, like, you just one-for-one with all these free summons. Like, Selphon summoning Selphon, pop the Selphon to eat a card, into Selphon, pop the Selphon to eat a card, into Selphon, pop the Selphon to eat a card. It's, like, pretty sick.
Yeah.
The other thing we didn't get to show off, because the games never really lasted long enough, was these effects are once per turn, per effect. So if your Selphon lives, like mine did in Game 2, I could have theoretically Selphoned into switch to defense into trigger Selphon again, which is very funny.
That is hilarious. And, we got to see some more of my deck as well in terms of, like, from the Super Alloy Beast Raptinus episode, which fuck that deck. That was a disaster.
No,
so this is Gigavise, right? And I don't think I really did a apt job of showing off what this deck is capable of doing, but it does show off why plants were feared during this time and eventually would get, more support later on. But a card like Mark of the Rose is literally just legal Snatch Steal, which is insane to me that you have a card that's this powerful in a deck like this. I didn't even get to show off Supervise because I didn't fucking draw the card in any of the games, nor did I see Hidden Armory to even search it. But in theory, this card is insane. I mean, if you have Gigaplant with this, you can start bringing back your plants, and then if this dies, you can just bring back the Gigaplant anyway, and then if you have any of your plethora of level 2 tuners, you can start syncing off, and I'm really upset we didn't get to show off this guy, Black Brute Drago. I've never seen this card in my life prior to today.
Card. This is like...
This card...
It's so bad, dude.
It's so bad, but then when you read it, especially in the context of History of Jank, you're like, oh, that's interesting, because this thing just gets to bring back another Gemini when it dies, and it's just, it's awful, but it's very funny at the very least. So I'm sad that we didn't get to show off a terrible card, because it's History of Jank. That's what this series is all about.
Yeah, I like that Gemini 1 was so bad that they were like, let's print a card that resolves the outstanding problem with Gemini. You know what? Yep. That's not enough. Make it also Monster Reborn. That's very funny.
Yes.
Secondly... this is not the last time Gigavise is, like, around. People tinker with this deck, I think, through 2016. And while it's never, like, really playable, it does go through enough, like, transformational changes that I think we'll probably see it again.
I do like, too, that this is a battle of two decks that are power tool decks. Like, my deck isn't trying to turbo this out all the time, but it's a nice option, and because we play stuff like Mark of the Rose and just Supervise in general, because it is an equip spell, right?
Yep.
We need to find that for the Gigaplant. You know, if anything, Morphtronics did give us power tool, and this card has seen even play in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Just because its effect is highly abusable, and people figured out, like, hey, this is pretty easy to make, and we can get some incredibly broken equip spells, and we can make the best use out of it. So
people were jamming it in Infernoid in 2021.
Overall, I think this was a fun episode. I think you and I were thinking, maybe this will be okay. This was a blast. I would happily do this again.
Anytime I can self-on into self-on into self-on, I am chilling. That's when I knew the match was won. Oh my goodness.
So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another episode. Let's go ahead and shout out the patrons as always. A big shout to Shout1317, Moto, Cameron Smith, Tim00x3, Ian Musa, Chaotic People, SJ Winchester, Part 2, Pony Stark, Dan the Man Hoban, MBT Play Madolce, Synchro Guy, Ole, Yusuf Asin 05, Mystic Walk, I Ship MBT and CMO, Draconic Rockslide, Logan, Thomas, Peter, Gregory, Thomas Nelson, Jordan Coons, Calvin, Iron Blades, and Purist, Jesse True Nergasm, Brother, Paul, Chris, So David Lou, Skyrose, Dylan Hunter, John Two Base, Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Day Sir, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Hornet, Give Me Speedroid or Give Me Death, Jonah Messenger, oh my god, guys, please read your cards. TC Gaming, thanks for the sleeves, Dad. Matthew Brady, Diary the Egyptian Editor, Max Tom Russell, why read your cards when you can just click buttons? Ben Snatch Steel for Prague 2021, Helios 515, Paint French Girls like one of your MBTs, Black Acre, Say Gage Gang Engage 3 times fast, the entire state of Indiana, D's Cards, MBT fans gaming more than COVID, Simping for Simo, Mark Jackson, Tyler H, Justice for Queen Tiramisu, and Simo's harem of sexy Yugi tubers. Thank you so much for watching the video, and we